Jeff Little here at the Torqeedo booth at the Paddlesports 2018 show. I got something exciting to show you from Torqeedo. I've been working with the engineers in Germany since about January last winter. Let's take a look. Folks know about our current mount, which is the ball mount. We're going to switch from that next spring of 2019 to this setup right here. It utilizes the 4-bolt pattern that you've seen on a lot of different boats. This particular one is on the stern plate of a Wilderness Systems Radar 135. I'm really excited. Hobie has added the 4-bolt pattern to their brand new their Outback, so that'll be a nice steering setup, real quick install. But let me go over some of the features right now of what we have. It has a real strong motor lift here. You have a stow function right there, so if you want to just put it up there for transport, whether you're putting it on the car top or in the back of your pickup, that's a real quick way to get it, get it up and get it secure for transport. If you don't want it on there for transport, if you're worried about someone stealing it or you just feel like taking it off, it's pretty simple. You take off your steering, your motor lift, and right here we have a quick release, just like the front wheel on a bicycle. You just pop that loose and the whole thing comes up. I'm going to leave that in there so I can show you a couple other functions we have. This one right here is a reverse lock. So what you have here, you put a cord on here, you pull that forward, and it's a real solid, it's not going anywhere. But if you relax the tension on it and you hit something, it will continue to lift up. Let me show you the new steering triangle. One of the cool things that we added to this upgraded steering triangle, you can clip it in here for more sensitive steering. In other words, you have less travel of your foot on the rudder control, or you can go right out here for a little bit more power. If you look down here, this is the trim adjustment, and this is something that has allowed a lot of our boats to actually get faster than they are with the ball mount. So with a boat, if you have the motor straight up and down like there, once it gets underway, it'll tuck under here and it's actually thrusting water down. With this, you can adjust it back like this, and once it's underway, it tucks in and it's thrusting the water backwards. With the Pro Angler 14, I was able to get from a top speed of 5.0 up to 5.3 miles per hour. So this trim adjustment is well worth it. With the steering triangle, you can have it either below the pivot point or above. So this motor lift can separate into two different pieces. There's a separate piece that would just be attaching, just attached to the motor lift, and then you could put the steering triangle there. The reason you would do that is in certain boats the cables come out low, in certain boats the cables come out high. So you have that adjustability that adjusts to whatever kayak you have, wherever you have the rudder control cables or the steering cables for your motor coming out there. Let's take a closer look at the pivoting of this. What we're seeing here is a fairly large drum where this is pivoting, and the reason for that is you want to have a lot of surface area, inside this mount here, which really just, so if you turn the motor sideways, you have a lot of torque kicking to the side, so it's a very durable mount. I'm going to put in a little bit of a tease to ask you, why do you think we're making a mount that can handle that much power? I'm just going to leave it out there. Think about it. Why do we have something this durable? Clearly, the ball mount is adequate for the 400 watt. I don't know. Think about it. Why are we doing it? One more thing I wanted to show you before we're done today is not a Torqeedo product. This is something made by Innovative Sportsman. This is actually the profile, the hydrodynamically efficient profile that is on the shaft of a travel motor. Trey Leach of Innovative Sportsman is taking that profile, that hydrodynamically efficient profile, and he's welded the rock guard to that. So you have, you know, efficient movement through the water coupled with the rock guard. A lot of folks are ordering these to protect their investment. He's got one other thing that's really cool. Right here, let's take a look at this. Careful, it is sharp. Why do we need something sharp on our motor? We got a grass cutter. So this will cut either in forward or reverse. It's got 4 different cutting surfaces. Innovative Sportsman. Check it out. Rock guard, grass cutter profile combination. So we have a unique opportunity being here at Paddlesports Retailer to see how many different kayaks that we can find that this new mount will fit on. So I'm taking the motor off. We're going to bolt it from the Wilderness Systems Radar 135 and walk around, see what we can figure out. How many models will this new mount fit on? So we already got the first 3 with the Wilderness Systems Radar 135. This is the Sea Eagle Fish Shop and the Hobie Pro Angler. Let's go find some others. All right, second stop is the Jackson Kayak booth, and we're here with the new big rig. So we got the mount here. I was just talking with Damon, and he said that we will have the inserts there. So we will have 4 inserts. That'll be much easier. I think what they have here is just the prototype. I know that Jackson has a lot of different models that have this pattern, so it's not going to be just the big rig. A lot of options there. All right, we're coming up on the Native and Liquid Logic booth. Looks like we got some here. We actually have 2 kind of interesting options here. We have, there's the Slayer XC, and you got 2 inserts there, and I think without that pad there, this track, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, that lines up perfect. Here's the, let's see, the Native Titan. I've already seen a couple guys do that with Torqeedos, but that fits right on there. We're at the Bonafide booth. Let's check it out. I already know it works with the SS127 because they were kind enough to help me work on some prototype parts. That, sure enough, that lines right up. That is an easy install. Let's take a look at their newer boat, the sit-in SI-123. You got flat space that's accessible there. Doesn't have the inserts, but yeah, that'll work. There's enough of a flat space there. And we're back at the Wilderness Systems booth. We already know that it'll work with the radar. There's a bunch of different stern plates for the attacks, the radars. A lot of options there in terms of boats that you can mount this on with a wildy kayak. Here with Morgan in the Hobie booth, and we're going to try this on the new Outback. There it is.
Yeah, we're looking good. That looks great. Here, yep, lines up perfectly with the inserts right there. Okay, that's it. She's mounted. I think it looks pretty good.
Great. Nice, easy solution. Steering on both sides. How quick was that?
Very cool.